Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today, we have my favorite type of pizza. A nice deep dish sausage and pepperoni. So the first thing we gotta do is make the dough. This is the greatest pizza dough on the planet. There is absolutely no discussion to the contrary. I will not have it. So basically, you want 5 cups of flour, one of those instant yeast packets, 3 teaspoons of salt. If you're watching the sodium, you can go down to 1.5 teaspoons, but I'd really go with the 3 teaspoons. And then there's a few other things, but we're gonna get the mixer on here and just mix everything around for about a minute. All right, now you want to add 2 1/4 cup of water, cold water to be specifically. In fact, it's a good idea to actually chill it out in the fridge before you make this. And then put the dough hook on and just let it knead for about 8.5 minutes. You can go to 10 depending on where you live, but 8.5 minutes is usually good for me. And then you want to put them on a parchment-lined baking sheet and let them proof in a cold oven after you have covered them with Reynolds wrap, clear film, whatever you want to call it. You can even probably just cover them with a towel. And then you want to let them rest and rise for about 2 hours, proof for about 2 hours. And then they should be ready to go. Now, normally I do 3 balls, but I was trying to do some smaller pizzas for variety, and that didn't work out too well. Oh, by the way, you want to brush these with olive oil too. So, from now on, the rule is 3 balls, 1 pound each. Like I said, this recipe will give you about three pizzas for literally less than nothing. Okie dokie, now we need to make the sauce, which is very easy to do. A 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes and all of its contents go into a blender. And then you want to add 3 cloves of minced garlic. Again, for the 1000th time, the jarred garlic with oil is just fine. And then you want to add approximately 1 tablespoon of olive oil. It's a good idea to do this while the pizza is proofing, because again, you don't cook the sauce. I know there's a debate between cooked pizza sauces and virgin pizza sauces. At the moment, I'm going with virgin. That could change. And then you want to have a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then a pinch of red pepper flakes, just to kind of wake everything up. And then, of course, salt and pepper to taste. And then you want to blend on high for a minute or 2 until you're sure everything is nice and incorporated. And then you just want to pour this into a bowl that happens to have a lid. And then just set aside in the fridge until we're ready to use. That's literally it on homemade pizza sauce. Absolutely anyone can do it. Alrighty, got our dough ready to go. Time to start adding our pizza toppings. Of course, the first thing we have to add is that wonderful pizza sauce. Easy, you can tell what's on my brain. Alright, so just spread a couple ladlefuls out all around. I do like a saucier pizza. That's just me. Alright, and then we want to start with our first topping, a good old helping of Italian sausage. And then we want to add my second favorite pizza topping, and that's good old-fashioned pepperoni. And then we put a generous amount of whole milk mozzarella atop this pizza. And then we simply put it in, you crank the oven up as high as it'll possibly go, 550. And then you bake this for About 10 to 13 minutes. Just keep an eye on it after the 10-minute mark. You want the crust golden brown, the cheese nice and bubbly, and you should have a perfect pizza. All right, let's see what happens in 10 minutes. Alrighty, the pizza is now done. I'm barely holding on my cutting board. And I do apologize. I gotta cut this up right here in front of you. And enjoy me a slice. All right. So that's Dave's favorite pizza. Done.